Hey, it's Viviana and welcome back to my darkroom. If this is your first time here, I'm a film photographer and I absolutely love sharing my darkroom and my art process. And in this video, I shot some rolls of film. If you've been here before, thank you so much for joining me once again. My last video, I had mentioned how I was really looking forward to making a big silver gelatin print. I still have some 16 by 20 fiber-based paper, but that's not what the video will be about. I actually woke up to a very overcast day, which never really happens here. I live in central Mexico in San Miguel de Allende, Guanajuato, and it's always really sunny and bright, which is beautiful, but for outdoor photography, which I normally feel much more at ease because I don't really know how to work studio lighting. I'm normally taking photos outdoors. So with this type of lighting, which is very direct, I normally don't do. But since it was overcast, which is my type of comfort weather, I am from Monterey Bay in California and it's always overcast, and that is like the best lighting for outdoor photography. It's beautiful. And I had to take advantage of that. So right after breakfast, I asked my husband to help me take some self-portraits. So that's what I have right here. I have 2 rolls of film and I shot for the first time this roll of film. It's FOMA. I've never used it before, and the ISO is 100. It's 120 film. I shot this with my ROLLEIFLEX T. I was also gonna try out this new roll of film that I have, but I forgot that I still had a roll of film in my camera, so I used that up. Although honestly, it might not work out, because if you were here for the photos that I shot of my mom, I believe this was in October, there was a roll of Kodak T-Max and it did not turn out, and I really don't know what went wrong. I don't think it was on my end, because I had developed another roll of film from a different brand and it turned out gorgeous. So I don't know. It couldn't have been the chemistry, because I use the same chemistry and it worked out for the first one. So there might be a chance that the Kodak doesn't turn out, because I really don't know for how long I've had that roll of film. Normally I store all of my film in my fridge, and I've had some rolls of film there for like at least 8 years. So I don't know. We shall see, but I'm really hoping that this one turns out beautifully. So I'll stop talking and get all my chemistry ready, and I'm going to check all my developing times for these 2 rolls of film. And while I do all of that boring stuff, I want you to just join me for a little bit for behind the scenes of the photo shoot. Now, I didn't really shoot that much. It like I said, it was all last minute, right after breakfast and out in the backyard. So there's just a little bit of footage, but I want to share that with you guys. And then I'll see you once again developing the rolls of film, which hopefully they both turn out beautifully. So join me. Let's get started.
Side by side we sway there in all the colors. Summer love, lonesome dove, folded on the lawn chair in all the colors. Summer love. the colors, summer love. Remember the lazy river day canoe, bathing in the turquoise blue, losing track of time with you. Another peach pie sunset view, sleeping in the afternoon. No place to be and nothing to prove. That's sure something I could use. A cure for the air-conditioned blues. Could use some too. A little bit of sunlight.
As you saw, that roll of film turned out so bad. It's not right at all. So I had to retake the photographs, and that's exactly what I did this morning. So I shot 2 rolls of this ILFORD HP5 PLUS, which is all that I have right now in my fridge. And that's because one birthday, I think when I turned 30, I asked all of my friends just for film, and everyone bought me this exact film. So I still have plenty left over, and that's exactly what we're going to use. And I'm so sorry if you hear the alarm. There's an alarm outside right now. But let's just get started. I really, really hope that I have beautiful negatives this time around. So let's get started. I'm so glad I retook those photographs because I have some really beautiful negatives this time around. Like I said, it just happens sometimes, and when it does, man, does it hurt. I was really disappointed, but I felt like I could have honestly skipped the failed negatives and just shared with you the good, the positive, but it's just not the reality sometimes. So I'm so happy to say that I have beautiful negatives this time around, and I'm so stoked to make the contact sheet for these. talking about contact sheets, I did make a contact sheet, or tried to at least, with the failed negative. And they look dreadful. I do just want to make one comment. I don't know. I shared on Instagram the failed attempt, the failed and horrible roll of film that I shot. And I had many people comment on the type of film. I used FOMA Pan. That was my first time ever using it. And a lot of people kind of had like negative comments on that type of film. I think I ruined it from my end. I'm not sure. But the only thing I can say is that when I was loading my film onto the reel with the lights off, that part, it was really hard to distinguish what was the paper, like the exterior. Like, let me show you. So normally when you put the film onto the reel, you separate what is the film from the paper wrapper from the film. And for me, it was so difficult to distinguish which one was which because it just felt the same. So definitely texture-wise, there is a difference from normal film. I mean, I don't know. I don't even know if that's like anything important to make a comment of, but I was surprised, I guess. So next we'll be making contact sheets, because I could end the video here, but I'd rather just make the video a little longer and share with you the final contact sheets. So that way the next video will be all about making, if I do truly love a photo, make an actual 8x10 or 11x14 silver gelatin print. I love making self-portraits at least once or twice throughout every year. I think it's a beautiful way to just document my life, the stage I'm in, and it's been beautiful to look back at these self-portraits shot on film. Of course, when I do all of this work, I think of like, wow, a selfie would have done it, but it's so different. It's just a different world, and I love the investment and the energy and like just the devotion that it takes to take a self-portrait this way. And I think definitely, I guess my first self-portrait shot on film was since 2012. So it's been a decade, more than a decade now, taking self-portraits this way. And I love it. And I really look forward to, in the future, to continue seeing my self-portraits and how I change throughout the years. Definitely the grays are coming in every time it's more noticeable, and I love it. Right now I'm loving my gray hair. I don't know how I will feel later on in the future. Maybe I'll dye it, not sure. But for now, I love documenting those little changes in myself. And I guess instead of saying goodbye right now, because I will see you in just a moment to make the contact sheet in a different day, because it's getting late here and we're going out for dinner. I think we're gonna go to our favorite little ramen place tonight, so that'll be fun. So I'll see you tomorrow making the contact sheet. That sounds about right. It's the following day, and I know by now I definitely have dry negatives, so I'm so stoked, because that means that today I am making a contact sheet. I'm making two because I developed 2 rolls of film, and this is going to give me an idea of what I'm truly working with. I think my negatives look gorgeous, which makes making a print much easier. So let's hope I'm right. I normally make fiber-based prints, but today I might make an RC print if a photograph really speaks to me, and just because I'm honestly just so excited. I really want to see these photographs, and yes, making a contact sheet will give me an idea of what I'm working with, like I mentioned just a couple seconds ago, but I just want to see a big photo, a contact sheet, you just get a little tiny idea. So I'll stop talking, I'll play my music, organize my darkroom because it's kind of a mess, put away all my developing stuff, and just set the wet section, get ready to print. And I will see you guys in just a bit once the darkroom looks somewhat decent. So thank you so much if you've been here with me throughout the whole video. I hope you've been enjoying it. I hope it's been inspiring and not so, because, you know, I shared the not so ideal part of film photography when your film doesn't turn out, which has happened to all of us and will keep happening if you're like me, I guess. So even though we started the video not ideally, we are finally at the stage that I truly love, and that keeps me so excited and in love with film photography. So I'm definitely going to stop talking, play my music, and get going. So thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video.
Smiley faces in the vapor, counting corners till we get to any place but where I'm at. Every exit's getting louder. I'd assure you that it's nothing, but you never saw it coming, none of it. But then how could you now? A part of me wants you to see, a part of me hopes that you won't look in the mirror and find me window crying in the car home. I left you a tear on my cheek, but won't let it stay for too long. I don't wanna ruin the moment, so it's gone before you ever notice, gone before you ever know. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Gone before you ever know. Trying to think of something clever, or just any word, but there's a lot of it inside a head. If I knew how, I'd let you have it. In the halo of the street lights, stomach turning like a rerun. Lucky girl, he's so attentive. If only you had tried to let him know anything at all. How could he ever see the signs if there's none of them around? A part of me wants you to see, a part of me hopes that you won't look in the mirror and find me window crying in the car home. I left you a tear on my cheek, but won't let it stay for too long. I don't wanna ruin the moment, so it's gone before you ever notice, gone before you ever know. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Gone before you ever know.
So that was the last bit of this paper. As you see, I did end up making a RC print, 8x10 print, and I only had like 3 pieces of paper left, so that was just enough to make the test strip and make 2 prints. One turned out, I think, decent. It was weird because at first I was really loving it. I was so proud of it. I love the richness of it. And I'll attach I'll put a photo right here. I'll scan the photograph. But at first I was just really drawn to the richness of the photo. I felt like it was really silky and I loved it. I loved where it was highlighted and where it was getting more obscure, and I was really, really loving it. But then the more I looked at it, I was like, man, I think overall it's just way too dark. Why isn't there more contrast? I just kept doubting and judging, and honestly, I am really tired. It's been a couple hours and I'm starving. I think it's time to eat. Definitely dinner time. But yeah, I don't know how I will feel tomorrow, especially when it gets maybe a tad bit darker from the dry down. But I just want to say I'm really happy with how it turned out. More at the beginning. Let me see how I feel tomorrow. I'm not sure. I'm pretty tired. And the contact sheets, I think they look gorgeous. I'll also scan them and put right here. I really love the following photo that I took after of the one I just showed you now. And what I love about that one, I think you can see I think overall it's a little lighter. You can see more details on my face, and I think it'll be an interesting one. The one I was working on previously, that one I was really drawn to the hand. I thought it was really beautiful. It just felt fragile and delicate, and I like that that's the first thing you see when you look at the photograph. But the more I was working in the darkroom, looking at it, it was reminding me so much of another photograph. And I think I know which one. There's a Francesca Woodman photograph, and I'm going to look through my photo book. I have one of Francesca Woodman, and I'll see if it's there. If not, I'll look it up online. But I think there is a photograph, if I'm not mistaken. I think there's also like a hand, someone wearing a slip, and then there's a bird, I think. I can't recall, and I think it's Francesca Woodman. It might be something else, or maybe I'm wrong. I'm not sure. But if you were also thinking the same, let me know. I'm a Francesca Woodman fan. I love her work. I've talked about her in the past in my videos. She inspired me to take my first self-portraits in 2012, and that was like my first or second year in photography in college. I was 19, and she really impacted me, and I still cherish her work so much. So it's kind of trippy that I didn't notice. But also, I mean, it's just a hand. I don't know. It's me in a slip, which I do all the time. Maybe I'm just talking too much right now. I should maybe say goodbye. I'll attach the other contact sheet here. I didn't have so many favorites there, but I think there's potential. So let me say goodbye now. Okay, you guys, thank you so much. Truly, I love sharing my darkroom, my art process. And if you guys were here throughout the whole video, thank you so much. I really, truly hope that you enjoyed it, that it inspired you to go shoot some film, take photos, whichever way you can take photos with your phone, with digital camera, a pinhole camera, using the sun, just make a lumen print, cyanotype, or any type of art that you are loving. I hope you get to do that. And like always, thank you so much for being here with me. These videos are truly like an extension of my journal. I make these videos to document my time here and my art process, my photo journey, and I hope to look back at these videos and that they're just meaningful for me, and to be able to share with you guys it's truly awesome. Thank you so much. And if you did like the video, please do press like. And if you really like the video, please subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. So I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for being here with me, and it truly means a lot. So until next time.